AFTV Lee, that was flat, wasn't it? After the weekend, we're all buzzing, jumping up. Oh, brilliant. Boom. Back down to earth with our big bump. Or is it that we just look at it and say, listen, you can kind of expect, that after the exertions of the past couple of games?
Awful from start to finish. The less said about it, the better. On the performance-wise, no one performed today. On Saturday, you're looking at it and you're going, every single player performed. And you're going to go, talking about a man in the match for Saturday, it was difficult. You could have chose 9, 10, 11 players. Today, you've got a difficult job for the completely opposite reasons.
For the worst player, who do you choose? I mean, it was, and there's certain players that are coming there. Cedric, Rob Holding, Saka, players like that. They're vying to get a place in the final. They didn't do themselves no favours. Eddie and Ketia, none of them did they?
No, they haven't done, and that's the disappointing side of it. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more from Saka today, but listen, he's been outstanding for most of this season, so I'm going to give him a pass. But certainly people like Cedric, Rob Holding today. There's a place up for grabs for the
Kolasinac.
For the central defensive role because Mustafi's got a hamstring injury, he ain't going to recover in 2 weeks. So there's a place up for grabs, and for me, they haven't took it today, them two. And David Luiz, he's guaranteed the cup final, so he's not going to give it his all because he don't want to get injured. I get that. I can see that there's players that don't want to get injured for the game, and you could see it today. That there was one team that definitely wanted it more than another, and unfortunately that wasn't us. We didn't want it, we didn't perform well and got what we deserved. But, listen, after Saturday, you got to expect that. Not just Saturday, Wednesday as well. We had 2 tough games. And
3, you could say, because just before that you had the Tottenham game as well. So
exactly.
3 sort of high-level top games. Does it show that maybe our squad depth ain't quite there then?
Yeah, it does a little bit, but also you have to take it into account that we've not been really up for it today, Robbie. The fans, if the fans were there today,
we were flat even in this room.
Even here, because we know that the game was Saturday. That was the big one. That was what we was all, before that game. If you'd have said, look, we'll win against Man City and lose to Aston Villa and Watford, you'd bit your hand off for it. It was all about Saturday, and unfortunately for us, we've got to finish these 2 games, and we can't get into Europe via the league. But there's also a nice little twist to that, as we know, is that the team finishing 7th, which is this moment in time is the team down the road. Now, if we win the FA Cup, the team in 7th has to drop out of the Europa League. What a lovely little incentive that would be, the gift that keeps on giving. So while they're all celebrating us not getting above them this season, there's always something that can come back and bite you. And that could exactly be it, you know what I mean? So, and I'll take that. I'll take that, definitely, you know what I mean? So it could still be a very, very good season for us, Robbie.
If we win the FA Cup.
If we win the FA Cup.
If we win the FA Cup.
After Chelsea hearing that, they might let us win the FA Cup. You know what I mean? So.
But, as I said, some players didn't really grasp the opportunity today, and there was a plane that was flown over the ground apparently before the start of the game, which said, Kroenke out, back Arteta. It's a big summer. It's a big summer, even though it's the whole Corona thing and that is not going to help. But it's a big summer, isn't it?
It is a massive summer, and today is another reminder that we are. Listen, the last 2 performances against Liverpool and Man City are because we've not got the initiative. We've got to do what Aston Villa done to us today. When it's on the other foot, when we've got to break down teams, we're missing players. It was shining there today. We haven't got that creativity in midfield to break teams down. We haven't got the player, like someone like Jack Grealish that can get the ball and go past the player and open things up. So we need to proper investing in the summer. 3 players. We need a central defender, a central midfield player, and someone that's going to go through the lines from a position. Jack Grealish would be the perfect opportunity. We could have actually made that a little bit easier today by relegating him, but it's going to make it very hard now. He's going to leave at the end of the season, whatever happens. But it just depends if we're going to go there. And listen, the banner today, whether you agree with it or not, I'm not really into putting things up on planes and all that, but the message is clear, and I think it's right. You know, this is if
back Arteta, isn't it?
Yeah, we've got to back him, and the Cronkies and the owners, and more importantly as well, the recruitment have got to give him what he wants, because you can see what he can do, like on. At the weekend and against Liverpool, when it's backs against the wall, we need those sort of performances and that sort of game plan. But when we're going to play a lot more teams like the Villas and that, who are going to put men behind the ball, and you've got to break them down. And we haven't got the players in this squad to do that. And it was proven today that, you know, I felt at times, you know, without being nasty to the players, we were a little bit clueless, you know, to break them down. So we've got to you know, address that, definitely.
Nice one, man.
No worries.
Robbie here from AFTV. We just got to say a big thank you to everybody who follows us across our various channels. Over 1 million followers on YouTube. Don't forget, you can now also catch us on Reddit. We're on Reddit, so get involved with us on Reddit and also on TikTok. Keep it AFTV, baby, right here.